Lucas Werner. Why does that name sound so suspiciously familiar?
Perhaps it's because Lucas Werner has become the case cooking of the Spokane homeless shelter. When I saw the bok choy disaster, I thought for sure making this mess edible simply wasn't in the cards.
Apparently the way to win over all the honeys these days is you go out there when you're...
The way to win over the honeys doesn't involve covering bok choy in sriracha mayo. Turning this bok choy disaster into our own version of Zuppa Toscana. Now that's a different story.
Read some statistics instead of being a jackass.
Everyone knows that Gen Z women love the Olive Garden because of two things: endless soup and breadsticks.
Fuck all that shit. That's that fucking idiot dude bro shit. That's gonna backfire on you like there's no tomorrow.
And today, it's time for Chef Tango and I to begin our cafeteria uprising. Will we be able to raise this mess to the gold shoe standard? We got our work cut out for us today, don't we, honey?
Fucking idiots. Go fuck yourselves. Get the fuck away from me.
Let's begin by trading in the Easy Bake Oven for a Dutch oven. That's thing one. Thing two, we need to take some bacon off Lucas Werner's calzone, about 4 to 6 slices. Cut it up into small pieces and cook it in our Dutch oven until it's nice and crispy.
Idiot!
Next, let's take our bacon out and set it aside for later.
Italian sausage.
Everyone knows hot Italian sausage has a tendency of being hypotonic. We need to fix that by taking the sausage out of the casing and using just the meat, making the sausage more isotonic. You could look it up, but I already know. After putting the sausage in the Dutch oven, begin by tossing the sausage left and right, 100% sauteing it until it's no longer pink. Afterwards, take the sausage out and put it next to our bacon.
Oh, how I have cried out! Good Lord! Good Lord! God, Jesus, Allah! Who the fuck you are? Give me...
While Lucas was screaming at random people, I chopped up 1 medium white onion. Don't worry about how fine it's chopped, since onions are hypertonic. Go ahead and saute the onion for about 5 minutes until translucent. It's the right thing to do, and it should be applauded.
I don't care if you're uncomfortable.
Next, we're going to add a few tablespoons of minced garlic. Give this a quick meeble toss for about a minute or two. Burning the garlic simply isn't in the cards for us.
Why am I wearing shades?
My chicken broth is my superpower. Next, add 4 cups of reduced sodium chicken broth, along with 2 cups of the salty and dangerous kind. We'll set the burner to medium-high and bring it to a boil.
If you're a woman dating a guy who's already got a girlfriend, or runs around with 2 women at a time, how are you my woman?
If you don't peel and cut 4 Yukon Gold potatoes into bite-sized pieces, while we wait for our soup to come to a boil, how are you my woman?
If you give in to this guy's greed and you're left wing, left of the Democrats, how are you my woman?
If you don't let the potatoes cook for about 15 minutes and bring the boil down to a simmer, how are you my woman?
That's a really good point, Lucas.
Which one was he talking to? Was he talking to you or me? I don't know. I don't think you're Lucas. Are you Lucas or am I Lucas? I don't think either of us are Lucas. The second ingredient in this mess is bok choy, also known as Chinese white cabbage. Bok choy is a cruciferous vegetable full of telomerase. Everyone knows that. But did you know kale is also a cruciferous vegetable?
It's a question.
The reason I bring up kale is because that's what the Olive Garden actually uses in their Zuppa Toscana. And all the dude bros know that Gen Z women go crazy for kale. Nobody knows why. But the question remains, am I not entitled to adding kale and bok choy? Apparently I am. Begin by cutting up the bok choy into smaller bite-sized pieces. That's thing 1. Thing 2. Strip the kale leaves off the stems and cut the kale into smaller pieces as well. It's also the right thing to do, and it should also be applauded.
You know what? Bullshit.
And now that the potatoes are just about done, it's time to add our bok choy, followed by the kale, along with the cooked sausage and the cooked calzone bacon from earlier. Give this a quick meeple toss and bring it to a light boil.
Fuck all this fucking bullshit. That's bullshit.
Now it's time to make the white stuff come out. And today, that's going to be in the form of 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. Afterwards, bring this to a light boil again and mix this together in a cavalier fashion.
That is the correct term. That is the correct term. That is the correct term.
Next, we're going to cover the soup and let it simmer for about 20 minutes, allowing the telomerase in the bok choy to get longer. Now all that's missing is some breadsticks, and it doesn't get any easier than this. Am I not entitled to preheating the oven to 425 degrees? Apparently I am. Am I not entitled to putting the frozen breadsticks on a baking sheet? Apparently I am. Am I not entitled to cooking them for about 6 minutes? Apparently I am. Clap for my frozen breadsticks. Because the soup is almost done, and it's time to find out if this dish was salvageable. There's only one way to do that. Now it's time for the best part. We began with the bok choy disaster, and now we have a Zuppa Toscana in breadsticks, topped with a so Italian cheese blend that any Gen Z girl would go crazy over.
So Italian, so Italian.
If you don't have a girlfriend yet, make this soup and you'll have one quicker than Lucas can say
anti-capitalism.
Here's a close-up so you can get a better look at it.
And you're a right-winger.
If any of you dude bros with 6 girlfriends are watching this, you need to give this recipe a try. Your girlfriends and your wallet will thank you. And thank you for watching. If you like what you saw today, please consider subscribing for more featured content. If you would like to see more Lucas Werner inspired recipes, click this link for more. And remember, don't forget to delete your archives. Bye, sweethearts.